Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Jay Hollingshed, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is episode 185 of 365, and this is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. That's right, my 7 pillars of mental performance series. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is Tuesday, day 3, in which we will always discuss pillar number 3 on day number 3. And pillar number 3 is focus and concentration. Focus and concentration. Let me give a shout out to those that are tuning in, my 10 o'clock people, my front row seats. First off, my uncle, Russell Cecily. What's up, Russ? I see you, man. I appreciate you. George Clay. Oh, man. PFA, Pound Forge in the house, class 91. My man, Frank, Big Frank, firefighter number 1 from Memphis, Tennessee. What's up, Frank? All right. And those of you that are watching this on repeat, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. You are my blessing as well. If you want to watch this video in its entirety, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. This video, along with my other videos, are already there waiting for your viewing pleasure. So I'm asking you now to like, share, tag, and just be able to bless someone with the videos. Now, I have one quick announcement that I said I'm going to make every day this week, and that is starting Sunday, July 7th. I will be changing my time from 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be a time change in my broadcast. I will be moving back 1 hour starting on July the 7th. And a big shout out to my cousin right before I start. What's up, Cheryl? I see you watching, girl. I appreciate you. God bless you. Now, Nicole Chatham Ridley, what's up? I see you. All right, okay. Now, let's go ahead and get everybody in. Darren Woods, I see you tuning in as well. We are going to jump right into our focus and concentration. Focus and concentration. Now, today, we're going to talk about a certain issue with focus and concentration. What prompted this particular thought I have is the fact that about 6:45 p.m. today, we had a hailstorm come through Columbus, Ohio. It was pretty bad. It did enough damage. It was strong enough to actually snap a couple of branches on one of my maple trees in my front yard. So I had to get out there with my pole saw, kind of do some pruning and removing of the branches that were no longer, the branches that were going to have a negative effect on the tree. They were no longer of efficient use. So I pruned the branches. While I was pruning the branches, I was thinking, I said, okay, now here it is. The hailstorm was the catalyst for me to remove what's not needed, for me to remove what's not going to be necessary moving forward. So the tree is actually going to be dispersing its nourishment from the roots throughout the branches of the tree. Now, for proper nourishment disbursement, the tree has to send the nourishment throughout everything that's going to be flourishing, everything that's going to be productive from the tree. And in order to do that, it has to send everything to what's necessary for the tree's purpose, which is to survive. The tree's purpose is its survival. Now, I had to remove the branches that were not going to be of purpose to the tree because they were hanging on by a thread. And if those branches were still connected, then the tree will be trying to send nourishment to those branches, and it's actually unnecessary. Not just unnecessary, but it would be a negative. It wouldn't benefit the tree to try to send nourishment somewhere where it's not going to be used. So use that energy. The tree can take that energy and send that nourishment where it needs to be. Now, the same thing happens with us and our physical bodies. Let's say that we are in Antarctica or a real cold situation to where it's an extreme cold. Now, when it comes to the point to where your body has to survive, that is the goal of your body, to survive. So in this scenario, your body has to survive. And in order for it to survive, the core components, or what matters, is what's on the inside, the internal structure is in your body core, your organs, your heart, your lungs, your organs are your functioning bodily systems. They all are housed in the core of your body. So if you are in an extreme cold situation and your body needs to try to preserve itself, it will stop sending nourishment to the extremities. When I say the extremities, I'm talking about your arms and your legs, your fingers and your toes, because they no longer matter. You don't need those to survive. You do not need those for your body's purpose, which is to survive in that scenario. Just like the tree. The tree does not need to send its nourishment to the limbs that are broken in order for the tree to survive. So in that scenario, your body, everything is diverted. The body's nourishment, the blood flow is diverted from the extremities to your body's core to keep your body's core warm, to keep the blood circulation flowing through to your bodily organs. What's going to keep you going? What matters the most? So in other words, this is talking about focusing on what matters. When it came to the tree, I had to prune the branches that did not matter anymore. So the tree's proper nourishment can go to the branches that matters. Focus on what matters. Same thing with your body. If your body is in an extreme cold situation, it's going to focus on sending blood flow or oxygenated blood to what matters, which is your organs, your core, your body's core, your key components, which is what's keeping your body surviving. And that's what matters. Now, the storm was the catalyst for me to remove the limbs of no value. Now, in our lives, our personal development progress, we have catalysts that we come across every single day. But being that most of us are not in tune with who we are, we don't even see the catalysts, or we don't catch them when they come to us or when they appear to us, unless it's something real big that has to stop us in our track and catch our attention. So we have catalysts in our life that will bring us to focus on what matters and to remove what doesn't matter. And the thing is, in our personal development life or our personal development process, there are things, people, situations, circumstances that don't matter. They don't have a place in our personal development progress. They don't serve a purpose in our forward progress. So what do we need to do? We need to stop sending our attention or our focus in those areas. What's the definition of focus? Sending your attention to one thing. Focusing your attention on one thing. What's the definition of concentration? Adding your five senses to your focus, which makes it real. You add your five senses to where you can see, hear, touch, taste, and smell whatever you are focusing on. That way you have all five of your gateways to your mind focused or concentrating on your area of focus to where they can't be distracted by anything else. They are all focusing or concentrating on what matters. So, in other words, you have something that you need to prune in your life, something that you need to prune or take or remove, that way you can divert all of your energy, your focus to what matters. Something is whatever it is, you're holding on to it and it's keeping you from actually becoming the person you are trying to be. You set a goal already. You know who you want to be. You know what you want to do. Let's bring it home to who my key audience, my athletes and my entrepreneurs. For my athletes, there's something in your way that's keeping you from sticking to your diet, the diet that you need for your optimal performance in your as an athlete in your sport. The same thing, not just your diet, but in your practice. There's something that you need to prune or remove that you are sending energy to or your attention to, that you need to divert your attention away from and put it on what matters. When I talk about focus and concentration, wherever you put your energy, wherever your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you're focusing on an area, then your energy is going to that area. If you're focusing on an area that doesn't matter, then your energy is focusing on that area or going to that area that doesn't matter. So when that's happening, you are being withheld. You are holding yourself back from your goal, your purpose. So even in your practice, your diet, also your studies, when you're studying your sport, my athletes, you got to take time to focus on what matters. If something, someone, or anything, the entity that's in your way, keeping you from sending your energies to what matters, they need to be removed. You need to prune them. Send your energy to what matters. The same thing with my entrepreneurs. You got sales goals you're trying to reach. You got networking goals you're trying to reach. So if you have something in your way that's taking your energy or diverting your energy from your networking goals, diverting your energy from making your sales goals, your sales quotas, you're going out and reaching and meeting new customers. If something is diverting your energies from that, you need to focus your energies, redivert those, put those where they belong. Consider what's unnecessary right now in your life that's keeping you away from being or having the life you want to have. Consider what's unnecessary. Remove it. When you remove it, your energies can't flow to it. And direct your energies towards what matters. That's all that I have. That's my area of focus and concentration for today. That is my lesson for today in pillar number 3, which is focus and concentration. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate everyone for tuning in. And remember, if you're not making an effort, you're making an excuse. You're only going to make one of two things. You're either going to make an effort or an excuse. Recap your day. It's the end of the day already. Recap your day. Weigh out your options. Well, not your options. Weigh out your events. Weigh out your performance. Have you made efforts or excuses? Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, starting Sunday, I will be broadcasting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I love you so much. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.